Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each one individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is the force of character which guides one through life and, when once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is a product of constant action, daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
Leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. It is taking the initiative in class and school activities. The real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. To lead is a substantive charge to each of our members.
Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and study, knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education has ended, for education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, and the light which illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through opportunities inherent in scholarship.
Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or without recognition is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow.
Hi everyone, my name is Emily Dwyer and I'm a graduate of the class of 2017. I am so excited to be able to be here with you and celebrate this special day with you. I want to thank Mrs. McArdle and Mrs. LaBare for asking me to say a few words and for everyone who has contributed to make this possible given the circumstances. I think it's really special that you have a staff of adults and mentors willing to go above and beyond, to be flexible and creative, to make these types of events happen, given the times that we're in. You're part of a very special community and one that I'm very proud to have been a part of, which is why I'm here to talk to you today. Like I said, I'm a CCS alum from the class of 2017. I graduated from St. John Fisher College in Rochester, New York, in this last December, and I'm currently still in Rochester working full-time as a registered nurse at Strong Memorial Hospital in the Burn and Trauma Intensive Care Unit. When I was asked to speak to you today, it was quite eye-opening for me because it was the first time I'd really gotten to look back and evaluate how I was able to end up where I am in my life now. Today we celebrate you and the 4 requirements for membership in which you clearly already excel. Your achievements in the realm of scholarship, leadership, character, and community service are being honored by your induction into or your existing membership into the National Honor Society. The one thing I've learned is that this is not a ceremony to say, good job, you did it, you've done all you need to do, from here on out, smooth sailing. This is just simply celebrating the fact that you have what it takes to build a foundation and learn how to plant this seed so that when you go off to college or to trade school, or you start working full-time right after high school, or you go to the military, or whatever it is you choose to do, you have a strong foundation and you will know how to allow that seed to grow, how to allow it to develop so that you can continue to do amazing things. For me, it all started with my mindset. Scholarship is not just about getting straight A's, but realizing that there's something to learn from every situation, from every encounter with a stranger, from a class that's your least favorite subject and that you struggle with. It's realizing that there's more to learn than just academics. I work with nurses every day that have been critical care nurses for 30 plus years, and they will be the first to tell me they do not know everything there is to know about nursing, and every day they come into work they learn something new. My advice to you is to keep your mind and your heart open to learning, to listen to others and let them teach you about their passions. Make learning your habit because if you allow it, it's something that you'll do the rest of your life. Leadership. Leadership is not about being elected or appointed to a position, and holding a leadership position does not mean that you're an effective leader. Leadership is an attitude and a collection of actions that you'll develop over time. Are you the person that's willing to stand up for what you believe in? Are you the one that's actively listening to others' concerns and needs or wishes? It's important to have a vision as a leader. For me, my vision was to learn, to get as much experience as possible throughout nursing school, ask as many questions, and make connections so that when it was time for me to apply for jobs, I had already created a reputation for myself. Remember, the goal is not to get to power, but to get your purpose across in a respectful and a professional way. It's about recognizing that people are in very similar positions as you and saying, how can we get through this together? How can we help each other? How can we function on the same team with different roles to achieve a similar goal? Which brings me to character. The one thing that is evidenced by our daily choices and our decisions is our character. What is it that you're doing when nobody is around? I've learned the hard way that the first thing in building your character is to figure out what your values are. This could take weeks, months, years to figure out exactly who it is that you want to be. When you do figure out what's important to you and your character, it's not always easy to make the right decisions to maintain and uphold your reputation. There will be many temptations and lots of opportunity to become lost in this sense, and I was very guilty of this. When you graduate college and you enter a new part of your life, it feels like sometimes you'll do anything to fit in to the people around you. And for me, it was, I want everyone and anyone to like me, and it was not about the right people liking me. Eventually, I had to learn that the key is to stay true to myself, my values, and my character. This led me to people who have similar values as me, who have a similar character and a similar drive as myself. The day-to-day decisions that you make will reveal your character and attract the right people around you. Finally is community service. This one is my favorite. This is something that I was completely involved in throughout my college career. I was the peer minister for service, so I was on a team who helped plan all the community service events at the university and the service trips that we took on spring break. Many people see community service as a means to an end. Some people see it as a way to get community service hours, and it's something that you have to do in high school. And I'm not saying that I was not guilty of that, because I was. But you have to think, what is community service to you? Just like everything else, community service is an attitude. It's a mindset. Are you doing it for the right reasons? I'm not saying that you won't wake up on Sunday morning and absolutely dread to going to the community service that you signed up for because you're tired and you stayed up all night. But what I'm asking you is, when it's all said and done, are you able to look back and realize that you did something worthwhile? That you were able to give back? I encourage that you find something you're passionate about and learn how you can get involved in helping and doing community service in that way. It makes it way more enjoyable. I was never required community service hours in college, but it was just something that I loved to do. I volunteered at many homeless shelters, women and children's shelters, soup kitchens, because I knew that interacting and helping people is what I like to do. It was through community service that I really tied all 4 of the aspects of National Honor Society together. For me, I was able to learn from people that knew more than I did and take that knowledge and use it in my everyday life. I was able to take their experiences and advocate as a healthcare professional for things that they may need. It was through community service that I was able to stay true to my character and do what I love while surrounded by people who feel similar to me, but were very different from me in many ways and that I could learn from. Now, looking and thinking about this sounds pretty easy, but I would be lying to you if I told you this was an easy path. I'm a living example that there will be plenty of failures along the way. You'll think you'll have it together until you don't. And it's not something that happens overnight. It's not something that you can do all on your own. It's a path that never ends. It's continuously evolving and growing. And as you go through your life, it will change. But with this foundation that you've been provided with and that you've created at CCS, you're truly capable of achieving any goals you might have. There will be times when you get knocked down and things will not go as planned and your plans will change. But remember, use your resources and reach out for help if you need it. Your goals will not be the same as your neighbors, and what comes easy to others might not come easy to you. So I encourage you to be respectful of other people's paths, keep your mind open to learning, and realize that if you have a positive mindset, you're more often than not going to have a positive outcome too. Thank you so much for your time, and I could not be prouder. I congratulate you for your resiliency over the last year. Best of luck to you, and finish out the school year strong. Bye, guys.